Guys, it's that time of year again for the Holiday Gift Guide by Getzone.com. And this is the handgun edition. We have a number of different gear and rifle editions that are coming up as well. Today we're taking a look at the Ruger LCP Max, and we really appreciate Ruger for being the featured sponsor of the handgun edition. This is a very small little 380, and yet it has 10+1 mag capacity. And we're going to be taking a more in-depth look, and we appreciate Getzone.com for putting this together, and again, we appreciate Ruger for sponsoring this edition. The Ruger LCP Max 380 ACP, 10 rounds in a small little package. Guys, I'm a big fan of the original LCP, carried one for years, 6+1. With the LCP Max, there is very little difference. It's only a little bit in the grip, and it's not even noticeable. This, to me, is one of the best micro concealed carry pistols out there. Also included is this small little pocket holster. And guys, it just makes such an easy package to be able to pull out. And you have that Ruger quality, and the LCP design itself has been around for a long time and been very proven. They also offer a 12+1 magazine as well, with a little bit of an extended base plate. And included with the pistol is one of the base plates that has a slight finger groove. It is really small, but guys, it shoots really well. And with 380 ACP, it's just got a light recoil. Has a 2.8-inch barrel. The sights are definitely upgraded with black serrations on the back with a tritium sight at the front, this white outlined. Also a small cocking shelf on the rear sight for your belt or boot. And then here we have front and rear cocking serrations, but you have these little ears that make this so easy to be able to pull back, and especially with this really small slide. Also, last round, the slide holds open, which is a big improvement over the original. The slide is only 0.81 inches in width, and the sights are compatible with the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, which has a ton of different options. It has a black oxide finish on here that looks tumbled, but it's very matte. Really nice aggressive texturing down here that's laser cut, but yet you have the smoothness at the top. And again, guys, at 380 ACP, it's just a pleasure to shoot. Now, I've done a full review on this pistol, and guys, we have had no malfunctions whatsoever. Even though it is really small, it's very easy to shoot. This would be a great firearm, especially for those with little experience, because the recoil is so nice with 380 ACP. And even with the small pistol, it just points well, whether you're shooting it with two-hand or even one-hand. There's something about this pistol that makes it an excellent self-defense choice, great for concealed carry. And it's got that really small package that you can put about anywhere. So guys, if you're looking for a really small 380 ACP concealed carry with really nice round capacity and yet a very small size, to me this is one of the best choices on the market. And you can get more information at Ruger.com. The Ideal Conceal IC 380. This is a cell phone gun. Guys, I'm telling you, this is my iPhone 12, and it's actually a little smaller. Now, it's a little thicker, but definitely it looks like a cell phone. This is just a cool idea. It's in 380 ACP. It's a two-shot Derringer. Bring down the grip, which comes right out, and now you have a fireable firearm. It is a two-shot Derringer, and so we bring in this little tab at the top, open it up, load your rounds, close it, and you're ready to fire. Then we have our trigger here, and you can see the gun is unloaded. The trigger pull right here, it's fairly heavy, and you have to mean to shoot it, but that gives you, honestly, a little bit of safety feature as well. Right here, there's these two little tabs that you just push in, and then it closes up. You can actually leave this loaded with the grip in this down position, and it's perfectly safe. There's no way to fire the pistol. Now, it's made from really quality construction, aluminum body, and of course the steel barrel and a lot of steel parts. But it's so easy to deploy. I mean, we can just pop it out and it's ready to go. It's 5 inches in length, it's 3 inches high, and it's 0.75 inches thick. Top part that releases your barrel is actually your sight, and then you have a small little post at the front. And guys, this is for an up close and personal firearm protection, so you don't really need those target sights. And then right here on the side we have an ejector to pop those rounds out. and it weighs 18.4 ounces. Plus, there are a lot of accessories where we can just take this, pop it into this holder, and man, it can go on your belt and it looks like a cell phone holder. And with this bolt right here, it looks like the camera. I mean, this is the one gun that I would actually open carry, and no one would know the difference. Of course, taking it out to the range, it's something that you do need to get used to, pulling it out, firing a couple of rounds, but you do have 2 rounds in a self-defense situation, and then you can get out of there. But it's one of those things you can carry, no one knows the difference, and so it makes it a very concealable option, very thin, easy to carry no matter where you're going. You could even slip this in your back pocket. But while it is a little slower to load and unload than a lot of your standard pistols, it definitely gives that surprise factor. It's really easy to deploy, it's very simple, and so it's really easy to get used to. And the recoil is really mild with the 380 ACP. They do make a 9mm version, but the recoil is quite a bit more than your 380. And so guys, the IC 380 Ideal Conceal cell phone gun. This thing is awesome. And you can go to idealconceal.com to get more information. The Sky DVG-1. This is a huge upgrade to me from the original Sky pistols. They still make the CPX2, but it is an internal hammer-fired pistol. This is their striker-fired pistol. One of the things about the Sky traditionally is the trigger pull has been fairly long and heavy. With the new Sky DVG, you have a flat-face trigger, and it makes it really smooth with the striker fire. Now let's go ahead and drop our 10+1 magazine. Check to make sure the gun is unloaded. You do get 2 magazines, and they do have finger extensions or pinky extensions on the grip. And speaking of grip, it has been reduced down below what the CPX2 is. Gives you a little better gripping surface. And one of the things about this pistol is that it's very comparable to a lot of the micro 9mm that are coming out right now with that 10-round capacity. Now guys, the trigger to me is the biggest upgrade for this pistol. With the flat face, the geometry makes it more natural to pull straight back. So we have a little bit of take up, we have a little bit of resistance, and then we have a nice break. Reset right there. Guys, that is a huge improvement over the original, and it's one of the things that I've never really liked about the early Sky pistols. But with this new design, it really makes a world of difference. We have front and rear cocking serrations, and we also have a beautiful black nitride slide. The gun itself, in fact, when I first pulled this out of the box, I was like, wow, I really like the upgrades they've made. It does have a 3-inch barrel, and we have the Roebuck quad lock. That is where 4 points of contact come between the barrel and the slide to make this a very secure fit and should lend to better accuracy. And Joe Roebuck is the founder of Sky. The pistol weighs 17.4 ounces, so it is very light. Now taking this out to the range, guys, with that new trigger, I love it. I mean, it's definitely a huge improvement. We had no malfunctions. I mean, we just shot through this without any issues. It's very pointable. Again, it's really lightweight, and yet the muzzle flip is minimal. I mean, to me, this is an excellent gun, especially for beginners, people that want to take out a firearm that don't want to break the bank. I mean, it's a great price point, and at $299 retail, they do offer also a version that's factory installed red dot, and I believe it's $399 retail. These do have a lifetime warranty, and they are made in the USA. And for more information, go to sky.com. Now, Ameriglo has been in business for a number of years making really high-quality sights, and their night sights are excellent. Here we have the Glock GL823 Trooper 3-dot sights, and these are compatible with your Sky DVG-1 pistol. On this handgun, it comes with polymer sights, very similar to your Glock, and they are compatible with the Glock 43 and the 42. But you have blacked out tritium in the back, which is dovetailed, and then you have your front sight with tritium and then an orange circle around it. And of course, again, this fits just like your standard Glock sights. And it comes with this really nice brass tool to put in your front sight. To install the sights, you just drift out your rear sight. The front sight does have a screw underneath, and you can use your tool to take it right off. Here we just drift off our rear sight, bring the rear sight in, and we're going to drift it on. You may have to do some adjusting to the sight to get it to fit all the way in, very little material, and then just tap it over until you're lined up. Now when it comes to the front sight, you'll notice that small little head. Take the tool and just unscrew your front sight. Once it's loose, it'll come right off. Now on the Ameriglo Trooper sight, we're going to take off our screw and we're going to apply just a little bit of Loctite. Now once you've cleaned the surface with rubbing alcohol, just put your sight on the front, place the screw in the sight tool, and now just tighten it down. Now you don't want to get it too tight, and you're also going to want to align your front sight once you get this just a little tight. Make sure that it is lined up on your slide. And again, you want this just finger tight. Now here we have the sights installed. Guys, I'm going to tell you, that makes a world of difference, especially at night. But even during the day, this is really going to show up well. Taking it out to the range, guys, I mean, it just made a world of difference. I like the 3-dot sights fine, but this is a massive upgrade. And now I have a self-defense pistol that I can see the sights at night. I mean, they're really bright. Of course, even during the daytime with that orange glow at the end, I mean, I was able to pick this sight up extremely fast. And so to me, it's a huge upgrade with your Sky pistol or your Glock 43-42. And Ameriglo makes some really quality sights. I mean, they've been in business for a number of years. These are made in the USA. And these are the Ameriglo Trooper 3-dot Glock 42 and 43 sights. And they will fit your new Sky DVG-1. And for more information, you can go to Ameriglo.com. Springfield Armory Garrison. Guys, this is a beautiful 1911, very traditional, and yet it has a lot of modern features, and it's new from Springfield Armory. They offer a lot of different models with the 1911. Some are pretty high on the totem pole as far as a lot of features. But the one thing about the Garrison, and honestly this would be my pick, is that it takes that traditional look. It even has the hot salt bluing on it, which you just don't see that much anymore because it's a little more expensive to produce. And then it has a lot of other features that kind of bring it up to modern standards. It also comes in a stainless steel model as well. Now it's 45 ACP, and we're going to go ahead and make sure the gun's unloaded. We're going to drop our 7-round magazine, and then we'll check the chamber, and it's empty. Now the 1911s obviously been around since 1911. And they are still as popular today as they ever have been. But there are some things about this particular pistol that really are the things that I would personally add. And number one is a nice beaver tail. It's a high ride beaver tail, and then it has the memory notch. It also has a skeletonized hammer. Also, we have a thumb safety, and it is extended. And it does have ridges that run. It's not too wide though, so it's still narrow enough to use. And then when you're firing it, just bring that down and put your thumb on the safety, and that also mitigates the recoil. And it helps you to control the pistol even better. Here we have 3-dot sights, and they're very low profile sights though. These are kind of a Novak style. And then we have a front dovetail. So you can change these out if you want, night sights or fiber optic. But also it has walnut grips with the diamond pattern, has a Springfield Armory logo, but they are super thin. And it really helps to get that hand around this pistol. Mainspring housing is flat, and it's checkered, and it's steel. And so it gives you a really nice texturing on the back. But on the front strap, it's smooth, which again is in line with the traditional 1911. You have your skeletonized trigger. It has the traditional recoil system, and it has the barrel bushing with the plug, with the recoil spring plug. The barrel is 5 inches, which is traditional for your government model, but it is a match barrel, and it is stainless steel. But I think the biggest plus for this handgun is with all these features, and with a forged slide and a forged frame, you're getting it for $800 or less. And it's made right here in the USA. Now taking it down to the range, it was a 1911, but it was a really nice 1911. It has those features again that just help with recoil. The beaver tail really makes it nestle in your hand. You know, there is some recoil with 45 ACP. But with that thin grip and with very pointable shooting, it's really just, it's great to get out to the range. And honestly, anyone can learn on the 45. It's more of a kind of a push than a little bit of a punch with the 9mm. And so I've always been a big fan of 45. And for more information about the Springfield Armory Garrison and all their 1911s and other firearms that they offer, go to springfield-armory.com. So with the Holiday Gift Guide Handgun Edition, I hope we brought some things to you that maybe you haven't seen before, or give you some thoughts about gifts, not only for your friends and family, but also possibly for yourself. And again, we appreciate Ruger for being the featured sponsor of the Handgun Edition and this little LCP Max. Guys, for deep cover, very small, low recoil, this is an excellent choice. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America, long live the Republic, and Merry Christmas. So guys, there's a lot of choices out there, and hopefully we brought some... So guys... Ding! Now speaking of the trigger, well, let's go ahead and dump it down there, baby. Guys, it's that...
Guys, it's that time of year again.
And it weighs 1.24 ounces. This is a tiny little... Okay. God, so tiny. It's so cute.